You are not what I expected when I called a tow truck.
Oh, you're waiting on a butt crack Bubba type.
Yeah.
Well, sorry to disappoint, but mine is firmly tucked away.
So, are you McAllister?
Cooper. McAllister's my father-in-law.
You're married. You look so young.
Well, when you meet the right woman and get her pregnant, you just know. So what about you? What kind of job gets you a car like that?
Oh, I work in real estate, but honestly, I owe it all to my church.
Really? My mom's church never gave out Mercedes. Once in a while you'd get free pancakes, but that's about it.
I'm serious. I mean, I was struggling before I joined my congregation, but now I'm doing great. You know, God wants us to be prosperous.
All I remember from Sunday school is thou shalt not have any fun.
Well, maybe you're going to the wrong church. You should check us out.
Maybe I will.
I'm telling you, if you invest in God, He will return that investment tenfold.
How's he with debt? Because I got me a few folds of that.
Will Georgie be joining us for dinner?
No, he's at Bible study.
Oh.
You got something to say, just say it.
I just think Georgie should be using what little free time he has to be with his wife and daughter.
I don't disagree.
So you agree?
That's not what I said.
If your father was doing something that made me uncomfortable, I would make sure he knew about it.
God, I am turning into you. No, it's not a good thing.
Where are you going?
Tell my husband I love and support him no matter what he chooses to do.
I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Thanks. So, what'd you think of Bible study?
It's hard to believe, but I liked it.
Why is that hard to believe?
Well, it's got the words Bible and study right there in the name.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
God wanting me to succeed is kind of comforting.
Did I tell you something? I think my flat tire was no accident.
What are you saying? You put a nail in your own tire?
I think God did it to bring you here.
Well, if that's true, glad he did.
Me too.
Whoa, I'm a married man.
You sure are.
Move.
Let's go, married man.
You saw me pull away, right?
That's the only reason you're still standing.
I'm glad we have this clip because Jay, as you know, is also a pastor, per se. But let's break this down. So he went to get a tow from a pretty girl, and she kind of got him into going to the church. And Georgie went. We saw what Mandy thought about this, that I agree with the mom, that any spare time you have, I think you should spend it with your family, okay? I know for people that go to church on Sundays, it's best if you can go as a family. But if it's something separate, I would prioritize my family over church and the Lord, okay? Some of you may agree or not. Hey, let me know in the comment section. But then, what do we have under the Lord's house? We have the woman made a move on Georgie, fully knowing that he was married. So, just to let you know, somebody, what you saw, it can happen anywhere. It could even happen under the Lord's house, that people are shady and they take a chance. It wasn't right. Now, we saw what happened. Mandy's reaction just took her out. I am okay with this, all right? I think even the Lord, him or herself, would understand, because you just don't mess with someone's partner, especially when they're married, especially under the Lord's house. So I don't care if you go to confession, which I'm not sure if they have a confession, but if you do, that's not going to be enough, all right? And I can guarantee you, Georgie is not going back, all right? But again, when it comes to church, you want to think everything's on the up and up. But I'm sure even Jay can understand that something like this can go down. And it's just, no matter what setting, you don't mess with someone's partner. Ever. Again, I'm sure the Lord was okay with this action.
Okay, so when I saw the clip, when she said something, I think she said something, I'm a paraphrase, so I don't think I'm going to get it right what she said in the clip. If you invest, the Lord will invest in you. That part, if you saw my face, it didn't look right. I'm like, it's something was off to me when she said that, right? So I'm waiting to see if the church that she's talking about is a cult or something like that. That's what I'm looking at, right? So I'm like, okay, where's the shoe going to drop? What's bad is going to happen, right? I'm like, just because it has church in the title, don't mean something good going to happen. So what I'm going to say is the guy, he's completely not at fault at all, right? But what I will say is if you are in tune with God, you probably would have got a sense of this woman ain't right. Probably would have got it. Because I'm thinking to myself, as we're looking at the end part of the clip where they're putting up the chairs, I'm like, is she going to make some type of move on this man knowing he's married? Because she does. It tells me everything I need to know about this woman in this clip. So, and then when she did it, I was like, oh man, Mafuchi, really? So that's just telling me, yeah, he doesn't go to church, but if he did go to church in the right church, and he was into his Bible, God does speak to you. It's just that since he's not into it like that, God would have told him, hey, stay away from this woman, or she's going to try something. So God speaks to you all the time. You may not hear it because you're not in tuned or dialed up. So, and that's just something like me and my wife speak about all the time. So, cause that reminded me of going to, one of my friends invited me to church, right? Like how she invited him to church. And this is before I even start going to church, you know, being spiritual, anything of that nature, right? The person who invited me, you know, we met actually that summer. And this is before actually I met you, Mafuchi, as well. And I went to her church. I was really hesitant of going to, because I'm thinking if I walk in there, I'm going to be struck down or something, right? So, and then towards the end, you know, or during the time they say who's a guest or who's visiting, I stood up. They're like, oh, the first time you come, you're a guest. The second time you're a member. I'm like, ooh, hold up. That's what you do not do. That's what you're not going to do, right? So stuff like that made me wary about church and going to churches like that, because you don't want to make a sense like you're trying to force someone to join. You want them to join because they want to join the spirit. God put the spirit on them to join the church. So stuff like that. So that's what this clip reminded me of.
Did you agree with the end result of Mandy knocking her out?
I understand by Mandy punching the woman. I understand it. Do I agree with it? No, because that's not what Jesus would do. But I understand it. Flesh-wise, completely understand it.
That's what I really wanted to know. Under the Lord's house, even. But look, the woman did something wrong. So under the Lord's house, the two wrongs make a right. I say yes. I think even the Lord would understand. If someone was trying to come up all on the Lord's woman, right?
No, but look, right? Because if someone is doing what she did, right? She's not a real spiritual person, because if you know someone is married, you would not try to kiss someone else's spouse. No one there. If he didn't make it known that he was married or attached or dating someone, she would be in the free and clear. But she knew, and she did it anyway. So she had her karma coming to her, especially in God's house.
Well, leave it at that. We'll both be struck.